Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of the Eagles in Digital Business, a Candid Chit chat with
All
all
of us.
of us.
And of course,
Happy and blessed Sunday, everyone, or happy and blessed Monday if you're already starting your week. So today we are bringing you the following topic.
Yeah, our topic today is from fearful to fearless, how courage creates new opportunities.
Yes, so that's what we're going to be talking. But before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hi everyone, my name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently residing in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
yeah, my name is Mosimola, the face behind MrConcord.com. I'm originally from Nigeria, but now I reside and I work in the USA.
Hello, everyone. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico, now living in North Carolina. Um, I'm also a proud digital business owner and a mentor.
Yes, thank you, everyone. So we also want to remind that every Tuesdays and every Thursdays we have our live webinars. So if you want to learn how you can start your online business and start earning online, all you have to do is just register into any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. The first one is to register to the live webinar. So that one will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday and one for Thursday. So you can register for either one or for both. The second link you get there is a link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, you can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, so what is it that we're going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, you're going to find out how our online business plan works. And also, you get to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So, if you want to catch this past Thursday's replay of the live webinar before this coming Tuesday's replay of the live webinar, here were the hosts and panelists. Just a question. So was it this past Thursday you were the panelists? Yes. Yeah. So if you're catching this past Thursday, Isabel was one of the webinar panelists. So you can hear her story. So you can register into any of the website to hear her story. So let's find out who were the rest of the panelists and the host for that day.
Oh my God, here we are today. Hmm. Our host on Thursday was Jay, who is a former bank employee. And then we had Catherine, who is in the hospitality industry. We had Mel Mariette, who is a psychologist. And I'm going to mention our own dear Maria Isabel. So you just go there and then you will hear from her what she has to say. You will hear it live from her. Yes, I actually know personally some other people on the panel. Okay, let's ride on.
Okay, so we also had Tabby, who is a beauty therapist. We had Arta, who is a director of environmental services. We had Ishrad, who's a dental assistant, and Fatima, who's a New York police officer.
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Mosumola. So yeah, so if you're catching the replay of last Thursday's live webinar, our replays have subtitles in 5 languages. Sorry, no, in several languages. And our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages: Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So there you go. So if you want to learn how to start your online business, all you have to do is just register into any of the websites that appear on the screen. All right, so let's dive into our topic for today.
Today, our topic, like you heard before, is how to move from fearful to fearless. How courage creates that new opportunity for you.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So, welcome back to another episode of the Eagles in Digital Business. And today, we are starting with this fear shows up for everyone. That's a very common to have. Everyone has fear. But the difference between those who stay stuck and those who grow is not fearlessness, it's courage. Okay.
Mhm.
So, courage is choosing to move forward even when your hands are shaking. It's just taking that action, even if you're scared. So um, that's what we're going to be talking today. And also, most people think that fear means a stop.
Mhm.
But science shows that fear is actually a a signal that you're standing at the edge of growth. Because once you face those fears, guess what? You start to grow. So today we're breaking down how courage transforms fear into opportunity and why taking action despite fear changes everything. So for that, we are going to be talking about the following points.
So, our points today, number one, we're going to discuss fear as a sign of growth, not failure. Then, secondly, we'll discuss how courage builds confidence through action. And thirdly, we're going to see how opportunity follows brave decisions.
Yes, so as we're gonna be talking today. So let's dive into our with our first point.
So, how does fear become a sign of growth and not failure? Hmm. It just means that when you feel fear, hmm, your brain is preparing you to grow, not to quit. So let that just be at the back of every one of us our minds, that when you are scared to do something, look away from the fear and just do it anyway. Do it passionately, do it, just move on. Fear often appears right before expansion. Fear appears before new skills and new opportunities. I remember when I was starting my career in the imaging sector of the healthcare profession, I was saying, how will I know 2 inches, all those centering points for the different organs in the body? I mean, organs that are deep inside the body that you do not know exact position, and they vary from person to person. I was just thinking, how will I remember all these 2 point something here, 3 point something here, midway to this, and so on? I was just wondering how I would be able to do it. But guess what? When I started, then I realized that it is not a thing of just putting it to your head. You must put it to your heart and you must start practicing. So when you continue to practice, you just get all these things. And according to neuroscience research published in Nature Reviews Neuroscience, fear activates the brain's learning and adaptation centers. When you start thinking, oh, how will I be able to do it? Oh, I cannot do it. That fear is starting to activate your brain to say, but you can leap, you can jump forward, you can actually go forward. And that is what we should embrace, not the stagnation.
Thank you. Thank you, Musimola. So Musimola taught us about fear is a sign of growth and not failure. Okay, so like many times we think that is a bad thing, like a failure. Oh, I had fear, I couldn't do it, but it's not. Okay, so you might the first time face the fear and might not do it, but then you're gonna try for the second time, and eventually you're gonna overcome your fears. So it's a matter of taking action, so it's not a failure, it's a growth. So let's go to point number two.
Yeah, so point number two is courage builds confidence through action. Many people are waiting for confidence to show up before they begin. But confidence doesn't arrive first, courage does. This is something I think that we all struggle with this, and we always want to feel 100% ready before we start doing something. But that's not how things work. You gain the skill as you start doing it. You gain the confidence. You have to be in already in process to be learning. You're not going to learn before. So according to this study from Stanford University, shows that taking courageous actions increases confidence by 25% even when the outcome is uncertain. So, in other words, confidence is not something you find, it's something you build by doing. And, I know this by firsthand. When I started my online journey, I didn't feel confident. I didn't feel ready. I didn't feel like, oh, yes, this is what I want to do because I already have all the answers. So, what I did have was fear, fear of failing, fear of judgment, and fear of stepping into something unfamiliar. But I also had a decision to make, right? I could either stay comfortable where I was doing the same things that I was doing, or I could step into something else and grow. So the moment I took the first step, imperfect, yes, nervous, unsure, something shifted. Um, not exactly, but not externally, like not something that you could see, oh, something changed, but something inside, something internally changed. So every small action became proof that I could learn, that I could adapt, and that I didn't have to feel fearless to move forward. Um, I think it's totally a normal feeling when you feel nervous, when you feel fear, when you're about to start something new. It's completely normal. It's like that for everything. Everything in life. I think when you're going to do that for the first time, when you're going to your job for the first time and you don't really know what to expect, you're going to be nervous. Like when you start driving, you're going to feel nervous. When you're going to go out for a trip, you're even nervous for that, because that's just how it feels when you don't know what to expect. But with each step, my confidence didn't magically appear, it expanded, because courage isn't the absence of fear, it's choosing action despite the fear. So I see this over and over inside our community. The people who grow aren't the ones with the most experience. They are the ones willing to take one brave step before they feel ready. And there's so many testimonials of people in our community who started this because they were tired of doing the same thing that they were doing, because they were tired of being tired of doing something that they didn't enjoy, something that they didn't like, something that wasn't giving them the time that they needed for their family. They wanted balance, and this is why they started. So if you're waiting to feel confident before you begin, you may be waiting forever. But if you're willing to take a courageous step today, confidence will meet you there. So I want to leave you with this. Courage creates confidence, action turns fear into proof. You don't become confident first, you become confident by starting. So I'll let you think about that.
Thank you, Isabel. Yeah, so we do have a comment here from Farah Farhan. She say, hello, everyone, watching from Maryland, USA. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your comment.
Thank you.
So, yeah, so Isabel just taught us about the other way that you have to face fear, the courage to build confidence through action. And that's how you face fear, by taking action. And the more you do it, the more you start overcoming that fear and it start disappearing. Um, fear doesn't always disappear, but once you overcome that fear, you know how to overcome again. So that's the power of taking action and learning. Okay, so let's move on to the next point. Opportunity follows brave decisions. And for this one, I never forget the day that I say yes, and that was back in July 2023. After 25 years in the film industry, I feel that I once dreamed of, it was my dream since I was a little girl. I found myself at a crossroad. You know, there was a setback in my industry, and that made me reflect. It wasn't the first time that has happened to me in the past. But at the time I was young, so it was okay. But now, I'm getting older, and it made me think. Like, well, this happened now. It might happen again, and I'm older. So what I'm gonna do? So, and besides that, working the long hours. Um, Missing family time, missing, taking care of my health and all that. It really um, made that quiet pull for something more. And I started to have that, 5 years prior, I found this online business opportunity. And it wasn't just for a paycheck, but it was for more for purpose, for the freedom and the peace of mind. So when I come across the ad for this digital business, I could have easily scroll it past it, um, because I didn't have no tech background, no marketing experience, and no clear idea how it all worked. It was a whole new world for me. But something inside me say, let's see what it is about. I got nothing to lose. And if I don't do it now, so when? So that moment was my brave decision, and it changed everything. And according to a LinkedIn workplace report, 85% professionals says their biggest breakthrough happened after saying yes to something that scared them. And I can confirm that because saying yes before I felt ready was the best decision I ever made. And opportunities don't show up when you have everything figured out. They show up when you are not. And they do because they want to help us to grow into the person you will become, into the person who's ready to do it. So in my journey, courage opened doors that fear would have kept closed. And that is doors to mentorship and guidance from inspiring leaders that we have in our community. Doors to a global online community, and new friendships. We get to meet a lot of members from our community from all over the world, online, and eventually, we get to meet offline too. So doors to financial and time freedom, I never thought possible. That's one of the things that, we always think, oh, only, the rich people can be millionaires and that can. But, the digital online world allows you to do that. So when you say yes, to the opportunity that is in front of you, you are able to build that. And that's what this online business has allowed me to open the doors to be able to create that financial and time freedom that I never thought possible. And each time I took that brave step, even when I didn't feel confident, life met me halfway with opportunities I never imagined. So the truth is, fear doesn't disappear before you act, it transforms as you act. So it starts disappearing as you act. So courage isn't the absence of fear, it's a decision to move forward anyway. So now every time I mentor someone new, I remind them you don't need to have all the answers. You just need to one brave yes. And that yes could be the start of your transformation too. So opportunities doesn't wait for readiness, it rewards the bravery. So if you're feeling that talk to start something new, listen to it. Okay. You take that brave first step today because your future self will thank you for taking it. So that's how my message for you for this point. And let's find out what is our key takeaway for the topic.
So, what are we taking away today? Number one is that fear will always whisper reasons to stay small. Fear will tell you, just stay there, don't go. What if there's a fall on the way? What if there's a problem? Maybe you did not evaluate it very well. Fear will always want us to overthink, but courage answers with action. and action creates opportunity.
Yeah, so that's our uh, key takeaway for the topic today. And what would be our topic for next Sunday?
Okay, next Sunday, we're going to have Finish Strong, Start Stronger, how to close the year with purpose and momentum.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna be talking next Sunday. So we have arrived to the end. So don't miss that topic for next Sunday. And we hope so that what we shared today, from fearful to fearless, how to courage creates new opportunities. It will inspire, what we share, from our experiences, our stories. That when you face those fears, doors opens for you. So sometimes we're right there, fear, because fear is that border that will help you to grow if you cross that line. So um, once you face it, you will see how amazing, like how you grow and how things that you thought that you couldn't do, you are doing it. So um, if you want to be part of a global online community that help you to become, to grow, to create that self-development, to build on your mindset, um, and to overcome those fears, because all of us, when we started to do lives, we had that fear, we were shaking, we didn't know what to say. But the more we did it, the more we started to overcome that fear, and that fear started to dissipate. But for that, we took action, we faced our fears. So if you want to be part of a global online community and you want to learn more about this online business opportunity where you can build that time and financial freedom, you can do that. You can put in the comments more info, or you can send us a private message, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. Or you can register directly into our website, where with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar, which we have every Tuesdays and Thursdays at the same time, 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. So once you register, you will receive an email that will contain two links. The first one is to register to the live webinar, so you can register for each day or for both. And the second link is the link to watch the replay of the live webinar, just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar. We also invite you to our private Facebook group, where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, so what is it that we're going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, we're going to find out how our online business plan works. And also, you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So if you want to catch the replay from last Thursdays before this coming Tuesday, here were the hosts and panelists. And of course, we had our uh, friend Isabel, who were one of the panelists this past Thursdays, sharing her story. So if you want to hear her story, just register into any of the website and you would be able to hear it. Okay, so let's see who were the hosts and panelists from last Thursday.
Okay, so last Thursday we had this amazing live webinar and we had Jay as our host. She is a former bank employee. We had Larry Donna, who is a catering hospitality manager. We had Mervette, who is a psychologist. And we had Fatima, who's a New York police officer.
Hmm. And we had Istrat, who is a dental assistant. We had Arta, a director of environmental services. Maria Isabel, our very own Isabel here, who is a former educational assistant. And Tabby is also my friend. She's from Australia, and she's a um, beauty personnel.
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Mosimola. So if you're catching the replay from last Thursday's live webinar, our replays have subtitles in several languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages: Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So there you go. So if you want to learn more about this online business opportunity, here are 3 ways that you can do that. So you can put in the comments more info, or you can send us a private message, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have, or you can register directly into our website. with your name and email address. So we want to say thank you to Adams Pro for the like emoji. We also have a heart emoji from Farah Farhan. So thank you so much for tuning in today and for your emojis and for your comments today. Thank you for watching. So thank you everyone for watching the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. So we want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Sunday for those who are on Sunday, and a happy and blessed Monday for those who are on Monday, and a happy and blessed week ahead for everyone. So thank you again for being here with us. And until the next episode of the Eagles in Digital Business, I can chat with.
All of us.
Thank you, everyone. God bless you all.
Bye. Have a blessed Sunday and a blessed beginning of your week.